Hello, Khaoula. Yes, over to you.
Hello, hi. I don't know if you can see me also. No?
We can see your slides, but we can't see you.
Okay, so I will start presenting myself. My name is Khaoula Stiti. I'm an architect and a PhD candidate in University Libre of Bruxelles and University of Carthage. And tomorrow I'm presenting my work about participatory approaches of built heritage promotion and appropriation in Tunis, with a little focus of the European neighborhood of downtown Tunis. So my colleague in Edifice Mémoire, Safa Cherif, is not able to join us today, so I will be doing all the presentation myself. So my research background started with general observations about three main concepts, which are participation, built heritage in Tunisia. And immediately some main ideas emerged through around these main concepts. So when I started reading about participation, the most important thing that I discovered, it's about its links with democracy, historically with the social protests of the 60s and the 70s. Also, the multiple areas of application. When it comes to built heritage, there is this contrast between the promotion of the Arab and Arab Muslim and Roman heritage and the lack of promotion and the endanger the built heritage of the 19th and 20th centuries is in. From a scientific point of view, the promotion of built heritage is going through a process that we call patrimonialization, and a lot of colleagues in Piet Croisset, the research unit in my in University of Carthage, working on that. So when it comes to Tunisia, we adopted participation in the Constitution of 2014, and some of municipalities and communities applied that concept in everyday life through a mechanism we call participatory budget. At the same time, we noticed that there is a break between citizens and built heritage. So in order to make some sense of these different three concepts, ask three main question: is it possible to apply participation to promote built heritage? Is it possible to promote built heritage of the 20th and 19th centuries in Tunisia? And also if it's possible to apply participation in Tunisian context. The answer to these three questions was yes, because participation has been applicable in many areas like medicine, patient participation, business, user participation, also for the possibility of promoting 19th and 20th built heritage in Tunisia. Of course, it's yes, because if it's doable for other types of heritage, why not? It cannot be applicable for the 20th and 19th centuries heritage. And is it possible to apply participation in Tunisia? Of course, it's yes. Like from a theoretical point of view, in Constitution of 2014, we have an entire chapter of the Constitution dedicated to local governance and participation. So I collected all these questions and answers to make one important question: what about the application of participatory approaches to promote built heritage of 19th and 20th centuries in specific in Tunisia? So in this slide, we see the intersections of the ideas I tried to present to you. And in the next, there is the problematic I started with.
We still see, sorry, Khaoula, we still see the first slide. So your slides are not moving. We just see the cover page.
I did already 5 slides.
No, I'm still seeing only the first slide. So can you move to a full screen view and try with your keyboard?
Can you see slides?
I only see the first slide. I don't see the others.
Maybe she can stop and restart sharing the screen.
Yes. So share it again, please. Okay. Now it's showing, yes. Isn't it?
So can you see the slides moving?
Yes.
Okay, great. So this is the three questions I talked about, is the possibility of applying participation, promotion of built heritage, the possibility of promote built heritage of the 19th and 20th centuries in Tunisia, and the possibility of applying participation in the Tunisian concept. So which leads us to the final problematic or final question, whether it's possible to apply participatory approaches to promote the built heritage of the 19th and 20th centuries. So in order to make primary hypothesis, I started with this three different concepts, and the primary hypothesis I arrived to at this point of my research is participatory approaches as possible solution for the promotion of built heritage of the 19th and 20th centuries by different actors in Tunisia. So for the research methodology, started with literature review about the main concepts, participation, built heritage in Tunisian context, to then go to step 2, which is the inventory of potential study cases, and step 3 to make a protocol of experimentation by identifying gaps and commonalities between what we can see in literature review and the commonalities with what we can see on field in Tunisia, and then defining helping and breaking factors of applying participatory approaches in Tunisia in order to promote built heritage. So the step number 4 is the experimentation of this protocol we're going to create. And the final step, we hope it's going to be the validation of the theoretical framework that we are going to create through research. So the main study cases in the step number 2, which is the inventory of potential study cases, there are 4 projects led by the local NGO, Tunisian NGO, Edifice Mémoire, We Know Patrimoine, Collaborative Built Heritage Observatory, أحكي لي عليها, and Patrimonia 1 and 2. So to present very quickly, Edifice Mémoire, it's a Tunisian NGO created at the end of 2014 in order to promote Tunisian architectural urban heritage. In Edifice Mémoire, the work is positioned as a mediation between scientific research and citizen action in 2 different fields. One of them is offering multidisciplinary research action with other research institution, and the second one is seeking to create a meeting place open for citizens and communities concerned about built heritage and its evolution. So the approaches of Edifice Mémoire is organized through 3 axes. The work on axis 1 and axis 3 started a few years ago, 7 years ago, the creation of the association by making an inventory of heritage buildings and also making the resources available of this inventory, the resources from this inventory available to governmental and non-governmental and private organizations. And the access to that we hope to start very soon is to develop pilot restoration projects of built heritage in Tunisia. So project number 1, which I like a lot, it actually exists before the existence of the association itself. It's a Facebook group of now around 17,000 members. So it's an action launched on Facebook, so to allow everyone to question their environment and denounce any abandonment or any abuse toward built heritage. So the methodology is very easy. Social media is an open space for expression, and people can go through that Facebook group and highlight Tunisia's architectural and urban heritage, old and new, in danger. So what we have now as results from this Facebook group is around 17,000 members. 11,000 of them have been active during the last month only, which means like they commented, reacted, or posted something about built heritage in Tunisia. So what you see now on my slides, they are actually the stats of Facebook. The second project is the Built Heritage Observatory. So it's the more scientific, structured version of We Know Patrimoine. So in this project, we created a network of 15 observers who were asked to identify, document various buildings related to all the historical periods and all over the territory. So in this project, we have a very scientific structure and presence with with two research institutions, which are my lab here in Brussels, Batir department, and also the research unit Piet José from the University of Carthage. So over 2 months, the observers collected information about localization, historical documentation, architectural data, and also other personal, emotional kind of documentation like legends or communities' history for more than 500 sites. So this is the project number 2. Project number 3 is a different kind of project. It's an event. So we collected people, but we asked people to come in our own city. It happened in downtown Khaoula. And during this event, the people coming to the event through guided tours, but we also created another kind of inventory that I like a lot. It's the more personal, emotional inventory. We asked people to go to a minivan, and they go in and they start talking about memories and souvenirs and stories in connection with the built heritage, in connection with the urban context they created with. So this is very important because it lets people enrich the collective memory around multiple shared values, and also to contribute the feeling to the feeling of coming, belonging, or living together by sharing these stories about built heritage.
Khaoula, if we can,
so the fourth project,
can please wrap up, because we're really running out of time.
Actually, I started 7 minutes ago, but I will do my best.
Because we have to meet the deadline and start with the Egyptian.
The fourth project is Patrimonia. So the main field of Patrimonia is the European neighborhood of downtown Tunis. And it's also going in parallel in the Open Sky Art Museum in Sartillement campus of University of Liège. So the methodology of this project is based on 2 axes. One of them is developing a platform, and the second is making the platform participatory. So through making the platform participatory, we aim to promote built heritage through participation. So here's the screenshots about the app on the mobile. People can go there and upload buildings or sites by putting photos, by putting localization and the motivation to visit. It can be architecture, history, food, art, exhibitions. They can upload photos and also text and sound clips. So the results we have now is a mobile app that works perfectly from a technical point of view, but what we are aiming to do is to make the participatory mobile application working. So to conclude, we have 2 kinds of participation, a participation in research and participation in action. And this is the contribution we're trying to add to the literature review by making this participation use, whether in action or research, orbit through democratic challenge or scientific challenge that we are trying to resolve. So for democratic challenge, there is very specific mechanisms that we can use, whether it's written in law texts or whether it's like a code of living within communities. But the scientific challenge of making non-expert produce scientific data that can be used by experts, it's really complicated. So the development hypothesis, it's about participatory approaches. If we use them in research, it can be a possible solution to promote built heritage of the 19th and 20th centuries by different actors in Tunisia. And the research question are around which conditions can we guarantee to make more participation in research. And at the end, the perspective is whether participation in research can be a solution for beyond promotion to make generous appropriation of the built heritage, because there is a problem beyond the promotion. People are not appropriating some types I don't like using the word type, but some movements of architecture, whether for identity reasons, whether for political speech reasons. And the last point that I want to mention is that the science that we produce in labs, far away from people, far away from communities, I think it tends to be less effective to make change in everyday life for these communities and for these citizens.